Let's go into news of the week. We probably don't have a news of the week logo because we're
Throw up the one with the little
Nubs.
pictures of us that I made again.
Okay.
Well, it's here.
Here we go. Epileptic Gaming's news of the week. Blue. First, Speed Eraser. So, USA Today has the first photos from Speed Eraser. Do we have that? Can we take a look at that? Can we go full screen on it? Tyler, what do you want to tell us about this? I think this got you. Going, didn't it?
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. Some of the, if you want to go to, I think the next picture, maybe. Yeah, there's that one, which just looks pretty badass by itself. There's another one of him like kind of sliding. I don't know if you have that one or not, but anyway, it just looks awesome. That one, there you go. It's a trip to see the whole thing. So I can't wait to see it all. And you got monkeys and kids, so there you go.
I mean, how can you not be excited with monkeys and little kids in the back of a sports car?
Yeah, exactly.
He's an ape, not a monkey, and his name is Chim Chim.
Chim Chim. We all love you, Chim Chim. Okay, so we're going to move on to Jamie Chung cast in Dragon Ball Z movie. And, I don't know, I wasn't a big follower of Dragon Ball Z. Can you give it something?
Yeah.
It was an anime.
Yes, it was
that
an anime.
I never watched.
Dragon Ball Z stuff.
There is no Dragon Ball Z stuff?
Muka, did you love Dragon Ball Z?
No. Actually, I don't like Dragon Ball Z.
You don't? You know that everybody in the chat room is going to probably kill you for saying that.
Well, no, I think I don't like the American version because they slaughtered like a lot of the storyline in the American version. I like the Japanese version better. The the one character is called like Satan or something in the Japanese version.
Yeah.
And they took that out, and I don't know. It's all right, I guess.
Tyler, what's your opinion on this whole thing?
Depressing and sad. I was never a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and to see it being made into a live-action movie kind of depresses me just a little bit.
Well, that is kind of depressing. Kiefer Sutherland is getting, he's going to jail for his drinking problems. I actually have a Kiefer Sutherland story.
Please.
Would you like to
tell
hear
us
it?
Yeah,
the Kiefer Sutherland story?
Here's my Kiefer Sutherland story. I was in Studio City grabbing drinks at a place called the Casting Couch. And a little tiny dive bar. My cousin had just come back from Iraq. I told him that I would introduce him to some celebrities, take him out, see if he could run into somebody famous. And I take him to this little tiny dive bar. There's 8 people there. Who's there? Kiefer Sutherland, wasted off of his ass. So yeah, it was a trip. So I can completely vouch for him drinking and driving.
Did you talk to him at all?
Yeah, my cousin. I didn't really want to talk to him, but my cousin went up and talked to him, told him he was a soldier. Like the nicest guy ever.
Really?
He was he was wasted off of his ass, but he was giving him bear hugs and telling him how he was so proud of the soldiers and how he was doing such a great thing. And we hung out with him for maybe, an hour and a half. I doubt that he would have ever remembered that he even met us, but he was really cool. So anyways, moving on to the news that he's got. December 21st, 18 days in jail. So he'll probably end up serving 1. Get out and start making...
But they were going to split his sentence.
You think he'll get out for good behavior since he's such a nice guy?
Well, yeah, he saves the world every day on 24, right?
Yeah.
They were going to split his sentence so he could do 24, and then because of the writer's strike, they're doing his sentence all together.
Oh, so he's consolidating into one chunk.
So the writers screwed him over.
It is Kiefer Sutherland, who is also probably... I mean, he put... Which bands did he push on? Do you know which band? He pushed the band. He was managing.
Oh, there was a documentary or something about.
I think he pushed Mersbow or maybe like Nurse with Wound. Some of the Japanese noise stuff. I think maybe.
I know that he's done a lot of cool stuff, and that he does have one band right now that is like, on like a Billboard chart band. I don't know if anybody in the chat room knows who it is, but it is definitely happening. They don't know. Huh?
Nope.
Right.
Are there still people in the chat room?
Yes.
Is anybody even watching anymore?
Yeah.
They're all like, Wheat's not here, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah. I haven't left yet.
Yeah, well, good. So, okay, moving on to something else. Borat gets sued again. Mr. Borat.
Do we have pictures for that?
No,
Don't you hate the way
don't.
Kiefer Sutherland's cell phone always works?
I don't know, I don't watch 24 either.
No. Pisses me off.
Does he get good service?
He has to call somebody to tell somebody to torture somebody to get the code for the button to stop the bomb, and the cell phone always works.
Next year he's going to have an iPhone.
Never drops, never, anyway.
All right, so Borat gets sued again. He's getting sued by somebody who's pissed that they told him it was a documentary about some foreign American coming into the United States. They signed a release, so in film production world, if you sign a release, you're pretty much fucked.
I didn't know lying was illegal.
It's not lying, it's bending. It's just a little bit of manipulation.
I would be thrilled. I would think it was funny.
Well,
But
it is funny. But, he got in major trouble with when he pretended that he was gay doing the whole Ali G segment. He was on the beach. He tells these guys, he doesn't tell them that he's gay until the very end.
Yeah.
And he has them moon the camera, and then he says, wave to gay, gay Austrian TV, and the guys get in a fight with him. So but then again, Borat is probably the greatest character. Well, Sacha Baron Cohen is one of the greatest actors now.
You saw the movie with the Pamela Anderson segment where he kidnaps her?
Yeah.
She was the only one there who knew.
Yeah.
So her guards and her people and her staff didn't know about the thing, and so they were really beating the shit out of him.
I believe it. He doesn't.
His ass kicked in New York or Chicago.
Dude, he must get his ass kicked all the time for the shit he's pulling. It's the ballsiest stuff ever. I don't know if you've watched the Ali G show, but there's a show where he does wine tasting, and he drinks like 14 glasses of wine, and he's with these rednecks somewhere in the in the middle states, and he passes out. He gets so drunk because he doesn't actually drink. He passes out, and then the producers start freaking out because they're scared that he's going to wake up and remember, and not be acting like the dude that he was supposed to be. And he wakes up in character. That's how great the guy is. So the next piece of news is Hulu going high def. Tyler, are you super excited about this?
A little bit, yeah. We don't have anything. I have an invite to Hulu, and a couple other people in the office do. But for those of you that don't know, it's a NBC Universal thing. It's a joint venture between the two. It's streaming video online, your favorite TV shows, all that stuff. And they have 10 high def clips, 5 of which are from Universal. I'm not too excited about it because they're not actual real shows. They're just clips and testing things. So I don't know. I don't really care, but I have an invite. That's all that matters. And I laugh at Hogan because he doesn't have one.
Is Hogan watching the show, or is he lucky enough to grace us with his presence?
I don't think so, no.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
He was watching the show, but I think he's
bailed?
He's bailed.
He's like, fuck the behind-the-scenes guys, man. I hate those guys. Okay, so the next piece of news is the greatest reality TV show ever is in production. I'm going to skip that because I fucking don't like reality production.
Come on, that's
much.
the best thing.
All right, Tyler, you take it. What is it?
Okay, it's a reality show where people are hunted. It's like they release them into a city and let hunters hunt them.
With what?
With, I don't know, guns or paintball stuff?
They're not shooting guns at these people.
Okay,
I guarantee
paintball
it.
guns, I assume.
Paintball guns.
Something safe. But anyway, they chase them through a city or whatever, and for every minute they stay alive, they get cash. They can leave at any time, and if they don't want to, if they want to stay the whole time, if they're caught at any time by the hunters, they get kicked out, and they don't get anything. So I'm going to watch it. I think it'll be awesome.
I don't know. I don't know, Muka. What are you thinking here?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Okay. So here we go. We're moving on away from reality TV, which is not my favorite. I'm sure Marcus right now is about ready to blow I'm not going to say what he's going to blow. Johnny Depp to star in Public Enemies.
He's going to blow some bubble gum.
He's going to blow some bubble gum. Public Enemies, a 1930s film about gangsters. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know that Sweeney Todd.
Finally, a movie about gangsters.
I know, right? It's been so long since they talked about. There hasn't been a gangster film
Not since that American Gangster movie.
Yeah, I was kind of fiending, freaking out, waiting for a new one, but I guess, I can chill out now. Although they're just going to begin shooting it. So I know I keep going back to Tyler, but he's really excited about this, and I want to hear why.
I'm just a huge fan of Johnny Depp, and I think it'll be a cool movie. Anything that he does is a great movie.
Okay, I have a scenario for you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say Johnny Depp comes up to you and he says, "Hey, Tyler, I want to marry you. What are you gonna do?"
Very much consider it.
You'd consider it?
Yes.
So
maybe.
you would go gay, maybe,
yes.
with Johnny Depp?
Yes. Because then, you know what? I could divorce him and get half of his money and everything, so it's win-win there.
I don't know. I think he might take you down because he's a pretty...
I don't know about that.
He's a pretty dude.
I'll call
That's
abuse.
all I'm going to say. He's a pretty guy.
Abuse. That's what I'll do.
All right, so moving on.
No, wait.
Oh, you're on.
My psycho ex-girlfriend was Johnny Depp's assistant.
Really?
On Pirates 1.
So can you give us...
That's all I got.
Can you give us a good Johnny Depp story?
Well, she loved him. She was in love with him, but he's happily married to some supermodel in France. So.
Every single girl in the world is in love with Johnny Depp. And 62% of guys are also in love with Johnny Depp. I'm convinced, any guy might go gay for some Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I would. Yeah.
He's no Antonio Banderas.
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 Excuse me.
Antonio
Real gay
Banderas.
real fast.
Yes, it did. And, as you may have known, if you've watched The Up All Nights and Suma in The Up All Nights, it's kind of, I don't know what's happening, but I think that, Suma in Halo 1, the Halo 3 game review, he's in the bed naked at the end. It's kind of weird. I had nothing to do with that. It was all Suma. And then, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I mean, you saw Bruno von Bismarck, right?
Yes, yes.